into existence. So usually they'll say the Heavenly Father, the child, and the Holy Spirit. And that spirit is the divine feminine essence, the grace and the flowing. And I really love the way you've always been supporting and uplifting the divine marriage of the masculine and the feminine.
It is a divine dance. It goes all the way back to the ionic charges of receptive and active principles of the universe after the first Big Bang. The formation of masculinity and femininity became an aspect of the universe. And now it's our turn here to understand these principles. I mean, what do men want but truly love? What do women want but to be greatly appreciated and find love too? And how do we find all this? We find it through the great mystical dance that's designed for us. As the earth reaches up to the heavens, so the heavens reach down to the earth. And that's our job right now for the masculine, because we boys have a lot of work to do. There's a planet's pretty messed up, and we've got to get at this. And this is the great mission of masculinity now, is to realign and repurpose our goals, because our method of finding out who we are really comes through service of something much greater and larger than ourselves. And that, of course, is our Holy Mother, Earth, and our lovers, who are expressions of her, and the caring and nurturing of the children.
Yeah, when I started dancing salsa, and I had to actually learn from the beginning, the basics. If anybody's ever taken a salsa dance class, it's really challenging if you're an alpha female, because you have to really surrender to your male partner, and your male partner will lead you. And that's what's like really exciting about working with Kim, because Kim is a male partner that I can completely surrender to. And I know he's going to catch me when I dip, and I know he's going to spin me out into infinity. And I know he's going to nurture me and hold me with all of those wonderful dance moves. And that's what women want, to fully be able to be in their creative, loving essence, is a strong masculine partner that will support her, which brings me to our tarot card of the day, which we came off of the divine feminine, the Empress, which was Mother Nature, and traveling through the nature of yourself into the structure of being safe with this masculine emperor archetype, which, Kim, you are definitely my emperor.
Thank you, Athena. Well, you certainly are the goddess Athena, and you do represent the fertility and the sacredness of Earth. And you also represent the extreme passion of the masculine to serve. I've always enjoyed you from the moment I met you. It was always enlightening. Your function as a muse has been just astounding to me. You're able to do it so quickly, and I get puffs and stardust blasts, and I'm good for months after that. And this is largely the way the feminine nurtures the masculine. And I think it's required of us this time. The feminine needs to stand up and be the muse of the direction and course of humanity, and stand up clearly for it. I'm really looking forward to this great epic, because this epic is about a shift from empowerment, which is the emperor and is the masculine energy of order and cosmos, but it's shifting because you create order, you are able to give birth, and that's the enflowerment of humanity. So what we're really engaged here on is the field ground of enflowerment, and that's where we masculine can really serve, by helping that nurturing.
So when I'm looking at, and I'm going to show everybody here, the tarot, you can see that he's got 4 stable corners. He's the emperor, and that's the builder, that's the structure. And we're calling out for all of our white light generals, all of our masculine divine beings, to help us start to flower and birth this new renaissance of artistry and creativity and empowerment and sacred commerce and sacred capitalism and contributionism instead of competition. And once we have this structure set up, we're talking about, and I'm going to look at a couple little notes here, the magic of this. So the key to this card is balance, authority, mind over matter, experience, and knowledge, and the truth of knowing your inner justice. This card right here says this is stable, this is strong, this is something that you can trust. And of course, in an omnipresent field, we are all masculine and feminine. But when we have an inside reality that's balanced, we can then attract a partner to partner up with our cosmic partners that have the same life contract that we do, and then we can usher that forward. So Kim and I have been working together for a long time. I love doing this dance with him. He's super powerful, super supportive, and very poetically romantic. Talk about some of the languaging and how that affects our new constructs in society, the permaculture, from poetry to permaculture.
Well, I think it's so interesting that most of the romance is a relatively new concepts. It came in around 1200 in the age of the troubadours. And this was the giving voice to a more spiritual love, a love beyond the practicalities of sexuality or the need of the body. But what is love like when there's this thrilling rapport at this higher level? The troubadours ushered in an era of romance, and we are now on the threshold of being able to bring this construct to all humanity and unify everybody in its field. The thing we miss so often is the huge comradeship we share. And Athena, you and I are really comrades in consciousness. And when I gauged who you were and what you were capable of and your ability to articulate, I was just fascinated and drawn in, and subsequently greatly inspired.
Thank you so much. This is Athena StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I have my beautiful co-host Kim Hix in Hawaii, and we will be right back after these commercial messages, and we'll be talking about being the emperor of our own life. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Manetti. Go to LarryManetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. There is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryManetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was the location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Rain. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Hi, this is Athena StarSeed, and I am the host of Heaven on Earth, a show where we usher in the golden age of artistry and the age of Aquarius. And I have my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii, Emmy Award-winning set designer. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
So we're back, and we were just coming off of the structure that we're building, and it's that White Light Railroad where we have several lighthouses all over the planet. And the masculine has built those. And our first major lighthouse was the Sound Palace Temple in Sherman Oaks, California, that Corey Keisler and I got to build together, that's up and running. And now we're going right to the Mystic Journey Crystal Gallery. And that's where we're going to be able to launch a lot of our artists, which are musicians and our painters and our poets and our dreamers and our writers, and our sacred activism to go out into our communities and do our sacred service, which is feeding our brothers and sisters on the streets and also cleaning up the beaches of Southern California. That's what we're going to be motivating people to do. And so, Kim, I just would love for you to tell us about some of your enactments that you used to do back in the 60s to help people permaculture their higher evolutionary culture.
Well, the 60s were an incredible act. I think the thing that struck me so interestingly about the Haight-Ashbury when I got there was that all the hippies were living in all these apartments, but there was an ethos that said, fix it up, make it better, make it wonderful for the next person, not for the landlord, but for the next group of people to come through, and create a very attractive, we created a very attractive culture out of that. And all of a sudden, the ghostly old white Victorians started to pop up with colors. And our gay brothers in the Castro district were very quick to grab that sort of phenomena. And they created an incredible enflowerment in the Castro of the Victorian era houses, what we call the painted ladies. And it was so exquisite. I mean, that's just one example, but the hippie culture gave us this idea of service beyond borders. I see it showing up in the principles at the Burn with the gifting economy. These are thrilling times to even think like that, to think that we could have enough abundance to share, because that's not been the paradigm we've operated in. This is a paradigm we've been operating in of scarcity, and now we get to look at it from the perspective of abundance.
That's so beautiful. And I want to talk just really briefly before I bring on our special musical guest, Corey Keisler, cosmic composer Corey Keisler.
Wow.
What I wanted to say to that was, in a very patriarchal competition model, being in Hollywood, you would have to like beat another actress out to get the role. And I was, in college, I was a theater major. So I was very much used to being in an ensemble. And in the play, there were no small parts. The actors worked on the set, and the actors did some of the lighting design, and the actors did the marketing, and the actors promoted each other. And if you got into a play with your best friend, you were happy for your friend that you both got in the same play, because you'd each have a solo, and then you'd have a chorus, an ensemble to sing together. And one of my favorite plays was Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh.
And I was fortunate enough to get cast as Puck, and I got to put these magical spells on the mortals to have them fall asleep and then wake up, and creating all that mischief to go on their journey to then finally return to see that it is all about love. And here's how we can all benefit financially. I have started a model on the White Light Railroad where I can book Corey Keisler while he's on tour, and then Corey will have this gig, the Heaven on Earth series, and then he'll tithe back 15%. I just booked him, and now I'm sharing. Now I can also, I went to an incredible sound bath last night with Guy Douglas at the Sound Bath Symphony at St. John's Church downtown on Adams Boulevard. Adams Avenue. And it was amazing. There were like 1,000 people that showed up. And I was like, okay, I love this guy. I love his sound. I want to promote him to do the One Love Fest. So then he'll tithe back 15%. And then Corey books me in Sedona. And then I tithe him back 15%. And before you know it, if everybody's tithing and everybody's sharing with you 15 plus 15 plus 15, you've got 100% plus your own 100% of when you book yourself. So there is no competition. Anytime I get booked, it's always good for me to book 3 or 4 other light workers with me at the same time. So, Corey, I'm going to have to pull you back in our 17-minute segment because our 6-minute has just flown by. But we've now set the stage for conscious, sacred capitalism. So there is no competition. There's only collaboration. And if you're in my field, you should be wealthier when you're in my wake of this pixie dust. Thank you so much. This is Athena StarSeed. This is a show called Heaven on Earth, and Heaven on Earth is watching your friends prosper and celebrating. We'll be right back after these messages.
Experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
The legends of Ka'anapali Luau at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel will take your breath away with an abundant feast, spellbinding dances, and music from Lei Pono Productions. Be greeted with a lei and browse to see island crafts made by local artisans. As you hear the pu or conch shell blow, your luau experience will begin. The featured entree is a whole roasted pig and a bountiful menu of some of Hawaii's favorite food choices. Oh, you can't forget our famous made in-house taro poi. As your night comes to an end under the spell of the moon, be amazed by the famous firewalk. By the end of the night, you'll be full, and we hope you'll have made new friends and some forever memories while you continue to listen to music from Maui's local Hawaiian musicians every Monday night at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Ka'anapali Beach Hotel voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Call 667-0128 or visit legendsofka'anapali.com for your exciting island adventure.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Rain. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Hi.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
And we're back. This is Athena StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I have my gorgeous co-host Kim Hix all the way from Hawaii. Hi Kim, we're back.
Greetings from the middle of the ocean.
It's so incredible. What island are you on?
I'm on Oahu, the gathering place, by the way, which gives it its format, its iconic appeal. This is the place where all the tribes came together and they were unified here.
That's brilliant. And to continue our, actually we have a grid happening because we have Hawaii, and then we go right over to the West Coast, which is the City of Angels in California. And now we're streaming our White Light Railroad all the way over to the East Coast in Southern California. Are you in Southern California, Corey?
Southern Florida.
Southern Florida, the East Coast, Southern Florida. Yeah, where are you in Florida?
I'm in Boynton Beach, Florida, which is about an hour north of Fort Lauderdale on the coast, on the East Coast. Yeah, so it's really cool. I'm on the East Coast of the U.S. and you're on the West Coast, and then hello, Kim, out in Florida.
Yeah, so Kim's all the way in Hawaii, and I'm in California, and now Corey's in Florida.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting mixed up with you.
We're actually teleporting, so we're all kind of omnipresent. I feel like I'm in Florida.
Exactly. I'm there. I'm in Hawaii. This is wonderful, wonderful. And Kim, I really appreciate you earlier talking about the Southwest, because I was traveling the past few months. I've been going back and forth between Florida and Houston, and then a month ago I went from Houston to LA, and my very first outdoor Facebook Live playing piano was there in Arizona, northeast Arizona, at the Petrified Forest National Park and Painted Desert. Amazing. If anyone hasn't been there, it's in northeast Arizona, right off I-40 in eastern Arizona. And beautiful, beautiful. And I, so inspired. I got my piano out and played with the painted desert in the background. So, and then the next day I was in Sedona doing the same thing with, doing a Facebook Live with Sedona in the background. And that was exactly a month ago. That was December 7th. That was. And here we are in January. And just a few days ago, on January 1st, I played live on New Year's Day as the sun was rising up here on the East Coast, with the sun coming up over my shoulder on the beach. So that was
Corey, it's fantastic. Fun. Corey, I just want to compliment you on your service to nature and earth. There's no greater. The universe accepts all gestures, and so when you actually play and sing to the earth and the planet and the plants, they're all thrilled to hear it. So you can't do a more honorable service than play out in nature and let the songs drift away into the heart of the planet and the wind. Beautiful stuff.
So, Corey, I would really love for you at this time, you have your piano ready, don't you?
I do. I sure do.
Okay, great. I would love to have you bless the audience right now and our Facebook fans, because we're going to put your music out live in studio, and play us The Sunrise. This is one of the first things I heard Corey at 5D when I was scouting for talent for One Love, working with Kenneth Schwanker, a really positive, amazing Starseed Festival. But when I heard Corey play, I was like, this guy can play the sun, the celestial bodies, and definitely heaven on earth. So this is composer Corey Keisler. was so beautiful. Corey, that was gorgeous. Thank you. And listen, I was just telling people on Facebook towards the end of those little sprinkling notes that you were playing that yesterday, for the first time, you showed me the video of you playing that incredible rainbow miracle. So I've known Corey for like 4 years, and I have never seen this video. And yesterday he showed me this, and I was beside myself. I was like, oh my God, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a bona fide miracle. A lot of people in LA are very into sound baths and sonic experiences. However, if you're from the Matrix and you're kind of pushed over to the left hemisphere of your brain, you're like, what's the big deal? People are laying down, they're listening to music. How does that affect anything? Well, we have scientific proof of a miracle on how sound affects not only matter, but the vibrations in the room and the optical nerve, because when you see the rainbow lights fragmented out in these beautiful prisms, it is absolutely undoubtable. So, Corey, tell us about your miracle and what happened when you were playing piano. Did you even know that was happening?
Well, no. This was one of my very first times, like doing a video of me playing and then putting it on Facebook. So this was, I think this was 2013. I was looking at it earlier. It's like March. So it's almost 5 years ago. And I just, I set up the camera and I pressed record and I sat down and started playing and just and so the sound quality is not, like what it is today, because it's like it's just coming off, off the phone, so it's kind of a little staticky. But, and when you watch the video, you can see I was still a bit camera shy because all you see is the piano and my hands playing. And I didn't, like it was the morning time and the sun was coming in the window, and as the sun came up through the window, it was refracting and just in time with the music. And, when I played it back, when I looked at the video, I'm like, wow, look at that. and I put it on Facebook, and a couple of people said, oh, very nice.
Yeah, Corey, this is why we call out to all of our Starseed family, because we have the power with our contributionism and our capitalism that can come from sacred capitalism to help each other become abundant and prosperous. And here's how we do it. If you go to my timeline, Athena StarSeed, Tina Castaldi, it's both my names, my regular name, my birth name, and then my Starseed name. And I have posted his video. If you would like to see this video, watch it, grab it, like it, share it, put it on your Facebook timeline. And with one click, we can have 100,000 people see a video. And then what we do is we collectively gather around the starseeds with the highest messages, with the art that inspires the permaculture to continue to elevate humanity's consciousness. And then we go, okay, Kim just did a gorgeous painting. Let's all share the pictograph of his painting, and then 100,000 people share that, and then that starts to cross-pollinate. We used to call it going viral, but we don't want to mention metaphors that talk about fighting or disease. We want to talk about flowering and cross-pollinating and permaculture. And we have the ability right here, right now, and this will be a test. We're going to test everything. Go to Corey's page, grab that video, and share it with 10 people, and ask those 10 people to share it with 10 people. And let's just launch Corey out of the Stargate first. And then we'll, one by one, the starseeds will line up. And before you know it, we'll be able to be putting out the stars that we want, that reflect back to humanity our highest soul's light. Kim?
Wonderful concept. It's the way we selectively, through the arts and the flowering of the arts, find the sacred stamen and pistil at the center of the cross-pollination. And that, in fact, is what you're proposing is an incredible cross-pollination. And this is the way we can build an enflowered future.
Yeah. So when we know that collectively we exponentially create higher wattages of light off of our bodies. Our bodies are little, they're little radio stations, broadcasting stations, but not just with sound, with energy, plasma, light. And we have the ability, like little batteries, to focus our harness light and direct perspective, just like art. When you see art, you'll see an artist have a perspective, like the mother will look at the sun and the sun will look at the mountain, so that when you view the piece of art, you're going 1, 2, 3. So this show, Heaven on Earth, is Kim and I holding the base of this really beautiful triangle. And then boom, we have Corey right now, who's our highlighted guest star artist that's been traveling the White Light Railroad, pointing back to Heaven on Earth. And we'd like to use his beautiful video as the first one to go and pollinate the planet. That music is sound and sound is light, and light affects our vibration. And when we raise our own resonance, our own reverence increases for the awe of Mother Nature and all of her beings.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Either one of you guys can jump in. I left a little space.
Well,
I know. It's just like that statement was so profound. Reverberating in it.
I think what comes to mind for me too is that we're, as we begin to go down this road of enlightened capitalism, that there's a concept of microfinancing. Abundance doesn't need to be, is not excessive. Abundance is something where there's enough. It's adequate. And I see this whole process as becoming microfinancing for macro consciousness. And I think that's the way we need to live on this planet. We don't want to spend all our time working. We would like to spend our time joyfully engaged in relationship, in the arts, flinging the doors open to the higher consciousness. That's what Corey's doing. If he's singing and playing out to the whole world, he's totally relationally engaged in it. And he's offering a macro consciousness perspective in a micro way. Beautiful. I love this idea of trying to invent the structures that'll serve us very well for being spiritual beings.
And Kim, what we're really going to be doing, and we talked about this before the show and after every single show, is we're going to be building that grid on and off line. So the temples of light, right now we have the Green Fire Temple, the Sound Palace Temple in Sherman Oaks, and then we have the Mystic Journey Crystal Gallery, and also her sister store, which is the Mystic Journey Bookstore, and that is by our White Light General, Jeff Siegel. So those are our three main ones. We want to open source and have you guys get a hold of us and say, oh, I have a house. I have a Temple of Light. I have a place in Florida. I have a place in Houston. I have a place in New York. I have a place in Tibet. I have a place in New Zealand. We're going to be able to do this in a very short amount of time. So about 3 or 4 years ago, I had channeled that it would take a decade to transform this entire planetary consciousness over to the Aquarian consciousness, which is a shared participatory contributionism model where everybody has enough food, everybody has a home with a roof over their head, everybody has a profit model structure. We have an online grid, and we have an app so that you can it's like a conscious Airbnb meets a conscious Facebook meets a conscious booking agency, which we can be Ticketmaster, we can be the booking agent, we can also be artist development, and we can get you on the road on tour with a profit model share. So if we book you, you tithe back 15%. And that's just going to be a sacred tithe that you just want to share. We're not going to be policing anybody. It's going to be out of the joy to share. And then if you book somebody else, then you'll receive that tithe back. And then we'll have the White Light Railroad supporting all of these things. So a percentage of the tithing will also go to our land trusts. So we can start having Kim, as our conscious emperor, talk about building the new cities of light, Kim, because you've already done that with the Isle of Love.
Yes, it's just fascinating. I think we can create a circular system like you're discussing that will create a much higher quality of life on a lower impact on the planet. And that's what I'd like to do in Hawaii here. We want to work from Big Island and create we'll probably start with a healing center, but it'll involve all the arts of living and all the arts of life. But we will see the Airbnb concept. We'll sort of manifest that as a way to introduce a global tourism, eco-consciousness, but really global activation, which is my deeper passion, is to get everybody into this abundance.
Okay, this is Athena StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth. And my co-host from Hawaii, Kim Hix, Emmy Award winner, will be right back after these messages. Thank you, Corey.
Hi, everyone. This is Fred Dreyer with a big announcement. My new movie, Highway 395, has just been released. Don't miss this classic modern-day Western set along Highway 395 in California. It's an action thriller with some romance, too. You can own Highway 395 today by going to my brand new website, freddryer.co. That's freddryer.co. Get my new movie, Highway 395, and check out my new website, freddryer.co.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Hi, this is Athena StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I am your host with my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix from Hawaii. Welcome back, Kim. This is our last segment.
Aloha. Thank you. Thank you.
Aloha. So, wrapping this up, when are you coming back onto the mainland so that we can actually do some of these enactments with you in the field?
I'm hoping in the March period, in a hiatus break from our show.
Okay,
I'd love to see us begin to get into this concept of enactments.
That's really important, because what I'd really love is to start planning now and like telling people every Saturday on the show what we're going to be doing, and have a huge collective, like 500 of us showing up on the beaches of Venice and Santa Monica and doing a really grand, large scale activation with you at the helm, giving your pontificating speeches to gather the men and have the women there. And I will gather the women and we will bring them together for this beautiful alchemical marriage.
Sounds delicious to me. And in the meantime, even we will clean up the beach.
In the meantime, we will be
great.
Cleaning up the beaches. Yeah.
Which is really our nest, our sacred nest, because how can you have a mating ritual of consciousness of left brain and right brain and heart and mind without a cleanup of the nest? That's the first thing you do.
And, Well, I was going to say it's so important to look at everything as an extension of ourselves. So I wouldn't throw trash on my living room floor. I wouldn't put trash inside of my inner landscape. So why would I allow that trash to permeate outside of the landscape? So just one little brief thing, to not judge the trash and to not judge the people who actually throw the trash on the ground, but to bless the trash. And we were talking, Kim, about taking our trash and turning it into
art forms.
Talk about that for a second.
Well, one of the most breathtaking things I remember from the 60s were, as typical of the artistic types, out on the Emeryville Salt Flats on San Francisco Bay Area, there was all this tons of driftwood laying around. And these groups of people would go out and build these incredibly unique affirmative sculptures out there, like a towering lotus or a charging horse or something. And it was this artification of the environment that we were being participants in. It was very, very inspiring. The freeway goes by there and everybody's going, what are they doing out there? But it became just beautiful.
I think art is the heart of our culture, and art gathers people. So this show is a call out to our poets and our potters and our painters and our prophets and our sages and our mystics to come out with your archetypes in tow, like wearing the costumes of your life. Have your body become that art and dress the way you want to feel that your energy impacts your environment. And let's all play together, because this is our cosmic sandbox. This is our now time. This is our life. We came here to take our work and turn it into our play. Go back to kindergarten and make our life the dance and the play that it used to be.
Yeah, showing up as your cosmic self for a beach cleanup and enacting the highest levels of consciousness and gratitude, that sounds like fun to me. That sounds like the art parties that I'd like the whole planet to be engaged in.
Yes, that is the new architecture of our permaculture. So this is Athena StarSeed, and we're wrapping it up. This is Heaven on Earth. If you enjoyed the show, please share it. Please like it. Please share Corey's magical miracle video of the rainbow playing the piano. And we'll see you at the Mystic Journey Crystal Gallery tomorrow at 11:11, opening up another Stargate. Love you, Kim.
Love you.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Blessings. Aloha. Aloha. Thank you, Reverend.
Because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN High Definition Sound. Log on to www.CRN Talk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A weather observatory says the highest peak in the northeastern part of the country is tied for the second coldest location on Earth, the Mount Washington